Hi, I'm Noel. Part of my mission is to get good psychological information out there to you so that you can learn more about yourself and about other people and how to live a psychologically healthy and happy life.
No. I mean, it's a difficult question. Can they get better on their own? What we tend to mean when we say we've got a mental health condition, it's a weird set of words. If I've got mental health, I'm healthy and that's fine. I don't want to improve that. I want to continue it. What we mean when we say that is, can mental illness get better on its own? And not really, no. It's like any other illness that, well, think of it like an infection, an open wound on your leg or something like that. There are certain things you have to do to make that wound get well, which we've learnt about getting infected by germs and things like that. So if you've got a wound, you're going to wash it and keep it clean. You might put a plaster on it to stop it getting infected. And you need to think about mental illness in that way. There are certain things that you need to do to help you recover from it so that it doesn't become what we call chronic. So at the acute phase, when you might be experiencing it quite strongly, the illness, that's when you get the help. And that's the equivalent of going to the doctor or to A&E, and then they give you some treatments for it, and then it doesn't become more complicated. If you're at the acute phase of a mental illness and you don't get treatment, it might become more chronic. You probably will develop coping strategies, because you'll do. So if you're depressed, for example, you'll develop coping strategies, but those coping strategies themselves will become the problem. So a classic example is often people will self-medicate depression with alcohol, and that coping strategy, that crutch, becomes more of a problem than the depression, or it increases the depression. So at the acute phase, when you're presenting with the illness for the first time, the evidence is quite clear. But that phase, you go and get proper help for it. The chances of a relapse in that condition are significantly reduced. But also, even if you do relapse in that condition, it'll be much less intense and much less short-lived, because the types of treatments that we have, modern treatments for mental illness, are largely around lifestyle changes that make you generally much healthier and much more fit emotionally and psychologically, so that you're going to be reducing the risk of it happening again. And often the treatment for the second time is just do more of what you learned the first time. And it works really well, and it's not complicated or difficult at all.
If you like this video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.